Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Twin Flame Forecast. My name is Tony and this is the Twin Flame Daily Forecast for Thursday, December 31st, 2020. However, anytime you are here is exactly when you are intended to be here because time is limitless. Hi, hello, welcome back to my returning subscribers, and hello if you are new here. I am so glad you found me. So as I said, this is the Twin Flame Daily Forecast. First, we're going to pull a few cards for the Divine Feminine, then we'll pull some for the Divine Masculine, then we're going to finish up pulling some cards for the collective Twin Flames. If you see a deck of cards you like, I'll link them down below in the description. And when I refer to our Divine Feminine and our Divine Masculine, divine means holy, feminine, masculine don't refer to one specific gender. Okay, so I just wanted to say really quick, Happy New Year's Eve. 2020 was a year I don't think any of us will ever forget in our lifetimes, as long as we have memory to remember so. And it's been a pretty tough year. Just this week, we actually lost somebody we loved to COVID. And so I hope if you go out tonight, please, for the love of all things holy, wear a damn mask. Socially distance. Do not go out if you don't feel good. And no, don't hug people. And please just wear a mask, is all I'm asking. Just love people more than you love yourself. Wear a damn mask, okay? This isn't really up for discussion. I just also wanted to say this will be our last daily Twin Flame forecast. Going forward for 2021, we're going to have a new format for next year. Starting tomorrow on Friday, January 1st, we are going to do a daily pick a card forecast. That'll just be a general collective reading for everyone. And then on Sundays, we will have the weekly Twin Flame forecast. So every Sunday, be on the lookout for that. You can see what the Twin Flames can expect for the upcoming week. Okay, everybody? So thank y'all for sticking it out with me this year. This has been an awesome first year on YouTube, and I am really looking forward to see how far we can grow next year. So are y'all ready? Let's get our table set now that I've talked and talked. Let's get out our sage incense. Let's get this table all cleared and ready. I don't think we got that smoky enough. Let's just get it a little bit more. It's New Year's Eve. Let's get a little smoke up in here, right? Wink, wink. All right. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I'm going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align all my chakras and energetic auric grid systems. Beautiful. Okay, headphone users, do me a favor, please. Let's turn down your volume so that I can set the tone for this reading. Lovely. Ooh, I love a new bell. Isn't that so beautiful? And lastly, let's set our intentions for this reading by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirits. Please join us. Please help us to understand and to interpret these readings as we receive them. All right, let me get a quick sip of my tea. Let's get our very last daily Twin Flame forecast. Okay, up first, we are going to read for our Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, check out this new deck of oracle cards I got. It's the palm reading cards. It's not really an oracle card per se, but you can definitely use it. It took me, I've been playing with it for a few days. It took me a couple days to try to get the energy of those cards. Wasn't even sure if I was going to bring them to the table, but after a couple days, I'm feeling them now, okay? Wow. Okay, well, that's one way to shuffle. Okay, well, you know, the cards, they're just feeling saucy. It's the end of the year, and it's 2020. We're going to go out with a bang, right? Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for this Thursday, December 31st, 2020? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for this New Year's Eve? Thank you, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. Thank you so much. We just need one card, please. One card for our Divine Feminine. What messages? That's way too many. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? I mean, they're just flying out. We're going to take this card right here. All right, Divine Feminine. Looks like you've got number 23, which adds up to 5, so changes. The heart line, the mental heart line, the mental heart line. Can y'all see that? Is it focused? Are we in focus? There we go. It says, if this heart, okay, let's just jump right across this. This indicates that you find it hard to express your deepest feelings. you yearn to be loved and desired. So this card says that you're having kind of a hard time expressing your feelings right now, Divine Feminine. And as we said, this is number 23, so this is about change. This is a change that you need to work on for yourself. Learning how to express your needs and your feelings because you are feeling unheard. You know, it's saying you yearned to be loved and desired. So loved and desired is another way of saying be seen, be heard, be recognized, okay? So it sounds like, Divine Feminine, that maybe you're biting your tongue, you're holding back what you really need to say, and it's time for you to say what you need to say. Let's get some clarity. Let's pull, ooh, I got one more new deck. Check it out. Look what I got. The Saint, let's see, the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. Like I said, I have all these decks linked below. This is a gorgeous deck. Let's find out about this right here, Divine Feminine. Nice. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for this Thursday, December 31st, 2020? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine, whatever time, date, place, or space she is watching this reading? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need one card, please, for our Divine Feminine. What messages do you have? That's way too many cards. We just need one card, please, for our Divine Feminine. Thank you. Ooh. Okay, the Six of Swords. You are sailing away from something. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. Okay. The Lovers. Wow. The Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands. And I'm going to finish that up with the Eight of Cups as well. You are walking away from something, beginning and ending. You are walking away from something. So Divine Feminine, let's talk about this energy right here. So it's like I said, this is about saying what you need to say, because it looks like you may need to say something about wanting to leave or wanting to get out of a situation. It feels like you are not feeling very heard or very seen, or your feelings are not being acknowledged in this relationship. So here we have, you pull the Six of Swords, okay? So, I mean, this is about literally walking away from something, you know, leaving something behind, leaving pain behind, hurt behind, whatever that is. But this is, you're walking away from something. And then right after that, we pulled the Devil and the Lovers. So it feels like you're walking away from a situation that you were, maybe felt a little, I don't want to say bound to, but that maybe you felt like, you know, it was a commitment that you were obligated. That's what I'm trying to say. It feels like there was a situation perhaps having to do with this Lover's energy that you, here, let's look at it like this. This is kind of an interesting way of looking at it. You got the Devil, the Lovers, and the Three of Swords. So this situation literally broke your heart. That you were with somebody who broke your heart. And it feels like there could have been some codependency energy. It could have been a third party energy that broke your heart. But this is a situation where I feel like this is definitely about a romantic situation or someone you love. It doesn't have to be someone you love, but it could be a soulmate energy. But whatever it is, this person really did a number on you. They really hurt you, and you haven't felt, they made you feel unloved. They made you, what does it say? It says it's hard for you to express your deepest feelings. You yearn to feel loved and desired, and that's exactly the opposite of what the situation did for you. Look at this Lover sitting in the middle of the Devil and the Three of Swords. Yeah, the situation was completely the opposite of being loved, heard, seen, desired. No, there was no love, desire. This person, there's definitely third-party energy, if not straight-up codependent energy on the table. There's been a lot of pain from a soulmate from you. And then we have the Knight of Clubs or the Knight of Wands. So this is that chance for you to, that's that inspiration. That's that opportunity that arises where it's like, okay, it's time for me to move the situation forward. You know, you've been kind of stuck, it feels like you've been ready to get away from this situation. You've been ready to move past this situation. But this energy, it feels like it's been holding on to you. Well, the time has come for you to move forward and let go. It's time for you to walk away from this situation. I do think, though, that you're not going to be able to get away from, I mean, you are definitely getting out of the situation. Whatever the situation is, you begin and end with leaving. So whatever this is that has hurt you, it's coming to an end. You are definitely making up. I think what it is, actually, what I'm hearing is that you've been wanting to walk away. You just haven't had, I don't want to say the willpower or desire. It's just maybe the timing wasn't right. You know, if you've been married, there's been a situation you have to deal with, or children involved, or living situation to work out, whatever it is, okay? But it feels like maybe the timing hasn't been right, but you have definitely been wanting to leave this unhealthy relationship. Well, now you finally, it looks like your ducks are all in a row and you've got the gumption. It's time to go. It's time to go. Say what you need to say. And I have a feeling what you need to say, Divine Feminine, is that, you know what? My love deserves to be celebrated, but you just tolerate it. That's right. You can use Taylor Swift for all reasons. I'm telling you, there's a Taylor Swift line for every situation. So don't just be tolerated, be celebrated. It's time to walk away from this love that has been truly just breaking your heart. I mean, look at that. This love is, whatever the situation is completely breaking your heart. The time has come for you to walk away. Get up, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. It's time. It's time to walk away from this. All right. Divine Feminine, if you found this helpful, let me know. Drop me a line down below. Let's talk about it in the comments. Give me a thumbs up or hit that subscribe and notification bell when I post new content, because now it is time for our Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, let's see what's going on with you today. Divine Feminine's got some pretty heavy energy. Let's see what kind of energy you're going to get. We're going to pull first from the Red Hot Love Oracle. Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. Excuse me. What messages do we have for our Divine Masculine today? Hold on just one second. Excuse me. What messages do we have for our Divine Masculine for this Thursday, December 31st, 2020? What messages do we have for our Divine Masculine in whatever time, take place, or space he is watching this reading? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need one card on the table, please, for our Divine Masculine. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? One card, please, for the Divine Masculine. Thank you so much. Oh, we got two. Look, we got performance and ex-lovers. So, feels like either your ex-lover is going to be knocking on your door to put on another show for you, to make you want to give them another chance, or perhaps you're the one putting on a show and it's time for you to be the ex-lover. I hear this both ways. And the only reason why I hear it both ways is because I know what it says over here about how the Divine Feminine has been treated pretty poorly and she's ready to walk away from that situation where she's not getting, you know, her love celebrated. It's time to walk away from it. So I have to ask, which one of you is putting on the performance? Is it you or is it your ex? Either way, what I feel is coming here, Divine Masculine. We'll get some clarity here from the tarot, but what I feel is that you're going to have an ex come knocking on your door and they're about to put on a really pretty show for you. They're about to make you believe that everything's changed and everything's better and it's going to be okay. But I want to tell you something very important, Divine Masculine. They're called an ex for a reason. Let's try to tap into that reason and try to remember what is that reason? Why are they called exes? All right, let's pull a tarot card from you and get a little bit more clarity. We are going to pull from the Universal Rider-Waite Tarot, Divine Masculine. Let's turn down your headphone volume if you have headphone. I can't talk today. Headphone users, turn down your volume for the shuffle. That's what I'm trying to say. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine for this Thursday? December 31st. That's a terrible shuffle. December 31st, 2020. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine in whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need one card for our Divine Masculine. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? One card, please, on the table. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? Just one card, please. One card, please. Oh, those cards are being... Oh, there goes. I was just about to say, the cards are being quite sticky today, aren't they? Let's see what you got. Oh, nice. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. That. Okay, hang on. And then at the bottom of the deck. Whew, the Fool, the Lovers. Yep. Page of Cups. Yep. The Hermit. And, yep, the Four of Cups. Okay, listen. You definitely have an ex coming back. You have an ex coming back. And they are about to put on quite a show for you. It is up to you to decide how you want to determine that, okay? But listen here, Divine Masculine. All right. At first, we have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? You see how she has this beautiful, excuse me, she has this beautiful garden. And she has obviously worked very hard on this. This is the fruits of your labor, but it can also be about like reckless spending. There's two sides to this card, okay? And so sometimes it's about watching, you know, watering your garden and seeing what comes of it. So it feels like you're about to have somebody from your ex. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could just be a soulmate, okay? It could be you know, a old friend, a family member, anyone, somebody that you have a strong soul connection. But somebody who is an ex is going to come back and ask for another shot. They're going to say, look at my garden. Look at all this work I've been doing. Look how my garden is so shiny, and look at all the flowers I've grown. Well, that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with them having taken care of their garden, but understand that that was their garden. And this is just a performance, okay? This is just a lot of work. You know, you see all these pentacles? I mean, yeah, she could have watered that and made it grow, but she could have also just gone and planted them, bought them already fully grown bushes and planted them in the ground and made it look like they were there, okay? I just want you to understand. Sometimes that there is, all that glitters is not gold, okay? Because here's the deal. At first, you got the Fool and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, okay? So, yeah, you got this person coming back, and this person actually probably made you feel like a fool in the past, all right? This person definitely made you feel kind of foolish. Like you thought you were going to be creating zero, right? Like a brand new life, a fresh start. You were off on this brand new adventure with them, this person that you thought they loved, but that you thought that they loved you and you loved them. But that's not what it was. Something happened and now y'all are exes, okay? Something happened and now they're going to come back. They're about to pop back up. They're here to, you know, after making you feel quite foolish, they're back for another round. And you may not have even seen it coming. You might have thought this person was gone for good. So you're being told, like literally, see it's shining a light and they're all looking at this cup like, what are you doing here? Like, it's like shining a light through the darkness on this. Where did you come from? What are you doing here? This person probably, when they broke your heart, this person that made you feel foolish, they probably made you go deep inside yourself and ask yourself why you allowed yourself to become so foolish, why you allowed this person to break your heart. Probably learned a lot of lessons. They probably that heartbreak probably shine a lot of light on your darkness and helps you, you know, through the contrast of the pain, grow and change and get to know who you are and what you want. But here they are and they're back. And you have to ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for another round of that? Or do you want another act in this performance? Do you want to sit around and watch this play? They're showing up with a lot of pretty pennies in their pocket. And they're like, oh, look how lovely I am. I've done all the work. But here's the thing. So have you. This is you too. You've done the work. When they broke your heart, they caused you to do the work. You had to go deep and figure out why you kept, what pattern it was that you were repeating that kept causing you to choose these lovers that ultimately, you know, made you feel very foolish in the end. So now here they are. They're showing back up and they're looking all fine, but so are you. You are stronger. You've been doing the work. You've been really nurturing your own garden. So here they are. What do you want? Here's my advice. You can choose to tolerate it. You can choose to welcome them back in and give them another try. Who knows? You've done the work. Maybe they have too. Maybe this is not just a false illusion, but I'm here to tell you I think it is. I think it's all a performance. I think this ex, this person, this soulmate, whoever this is going to come back in. And you're not going to want to have a conversation with them, I think, but you're going to need to, because I think that conversation is there to allow you to see how much you've healed. A lot of times, like I know for me, like I'm done. I shut the door. I don't want to speak to you again. Just go away. You're dead to me. Just go away. But when I cut myself off from those conversations, sometimes I don't allow myself the opportunity to see just how strong I've gotten because of that and how much I've healed, and allowed myself the opportunity, you know, to move on to another level, to level up, right? So I think what it is this person's going to come back and you may even push them away, which rightfully so. I mean, they hurt you. But I think what you're being told here is to at least have a conversation with them at the very least. They're coming back because there's something you need to hear. You see how you have the two suns right here overlooking this? Both of these suns and the Fool and the Lover shining down over the Page of Cups and the Hermit. There's some enlightenment here for you. There's something here that you need to hear, that you are meant to hear. So just because you're having a conversation with somebody does not mean that you're going to open the door and allow them back in, okay? It just means that you need to have a conversation to close the door so that you can let go of that burden that you may not even know that you're still carrying. You may still be carrying, like, yeah, they both are carrying something on the wand here. He's carrying this knapsack. He's carrying this lantern. You may be carrying a burden you didn't even know you were carrying, okay? So, you know, I wouldn't say, yeah, I wouldn't let him back in, but you definitely need to have this conversation with him, okay? But in the end, I definitely get the energy here that you're not going to let it go any further than that. Accept what you're being given from that conversation, the lessons, the gift that you get from that, and then shut the door and walk away, because this person has already taught you a lot of lessons. And just because they showed up doesn't mean they have the right to disrupt your boat, right? They don't have the right to rock your boat. You know, just because, you know, you're ready to close that chapter and move forward doesn't mean you can upset somebody else, right? So just remember that this is your life, your time, your space. Make of it what you will and choose to accept what you will and not make a big deal out of what you don't want to be made a big deal out of. But just remember, this is all a performance. Nothing has really changed. They're just, all that glitters is not gold. Please remember that. All right, Divine Masculine. Ooh, my ears are ringing. That was definitely a message from one of you. I hope you found this helpful. Give me a like or thumbs up or subscribe or hit the notification bell if you haven't already, because now it's time for our Twin Flames. Twin Flames. First for you today, we are going to pull from my very favorite oracles, the Getting into the Vortex with Abraham Hicks. Headphone users, let's turn down the volume for the shuffle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for the Twin Flames today? What messages do we have for the Twin Flames for this Thursday, December 31st, 2020? What messages do we have for the Twin Flames for whatever time, date, space, or place? I thought I'd try that, but that didn't work. What messages do we have for the Twin Flames for whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? All right, thank you. If y'all have been watching me at all this year, you know it's a constant thing where I'm trying to become a better shuffler. That's my wish for next year. My resolution for next year is to be a better shuffler on this channel. Y'all wait and see. Come back next year, a year from now. You'll see I'm going to be an excellent shuffler. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. Whew, just like that. That popped right out, Twin Flames. Let's see what we got. Number 16, which adds up to 7. 7 means you are on the right path. Attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. Attempting to control others attracts more to being controlled. It's easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. So attempting to control others is attracting more to be controlled. So a couple things. We were just talking about over here in Divine Masculine, or was it Divine Feminine? It could have been both of you, because both of your messages are kind of similar. Divine Masculine is about somebody coming back and having a conversation necessarily that you don't want to have, but you need to have, because there's something there in that conversation that you need to learn from, some baggage maybe that needs to be released so that you can move forward. In Divine Feminine, you are definitely ready to release some baggage and move forward. Definitely ready to release some baggage and move forward. But for both of you, what I feel is that the key here is to not attempt to control the situation. Okay, so what do I mean by that? One, if it is an ex-person, soulmate, whoever this is, friend, lover, business partner, family member, whoever, coming back to your life, that you had basically just written off, maybe stopped communication altogether for your own sanity. And you're like, I don't want to have this conversation with this person. For my sanity, I don't want to talk to this person. That's what they're trying to say. You're trying to control the situation. This person's coming back for a reason. They're meant to come back. It doesn't mean you have to allow them to come back into your life full time. It just means maybe you just need to have a conversation with them and clear the air and get rid of some baggage. Okay? But attempting to control the situation isn't going to get you anywhere. Okay? The only way to get to where you want to be is to not You can't control the situation. You can't eliminate the unwanted. And, you can't eliminate the unwanted conversations. Sometimes you have to have them. You have to say what you need to say, and that's exactly what we said over here to you, Divine Feminine. You got to say what you need to say. So don't attempt to control the situation by controlling the unwanted. This is a conversation that you don't want to have with somebody. It could be leaving somebody. It could be walking away from a situation, and though you know you need to, you don't necessarily want to. You can't deal with life that way. You can't attempt to control the situation by eliminating the unwanted, okay? So, because the more you try to focus, the more you focus on what you don't want. In other words, this conversation that you don't want to have, right? Or this encounter with this person that you don't want to have, this breakup, this walk away that you don't want to have. The more you focus on what you don't want, the more you get what you don't want, okay? Focus on what you do want. You want peace. You want to eliminate this baggage from whatever this pain this person's caused you so that you can break this cycle, break this pattern, and move forward, shift into a different gear and move forward. You want to walk away from this manipulative, codependent, heartbreaking situation, Divine Feminine, so that you can, move forward in your life, so that you don't have to keep holding on to this pain, so you can shift yourself into higher gear, right? So let's not try to focus on the unwanted and trying to control the unwanted by avoiding things that we don't want, okay? Listen, I am A+, like, master of avoidance. I will avoid people like the plague. I'm better at avoiding people than I am the plague, probably. Well, that's not true. I haven't gotten sick yet. But anyway, I can avoid anybody with a skill set unparalleled to anyone. So even I'm here to tell you, I'm aware that this has probably to do with me as well. And when this person comes back into my life, or whoever this is, comes back, as much as I don't want to deal with it, at least I got the tools here that are telling me, hey, they're on their way. This does not mean just because they knock on the door that you have to open it wide and say, come on in. Y'all can go, you can shut the door, walk out on the front porch, shut the door behind you, and have a conversation on the front porch. And then when it's done, you can go back inside your house and they can leave. Okay? That's what this means. Let's get one more oracle card for you, Twin Flames. We are going to pull from the Romance Angels. All right, let's turn down the volume, headphone users. There we go. Sometimes that energy is hard to knock out. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. We just need one card for our Twin Flames. What messages do we have for our Twin Flames for this Thursday, December 31st, 2020? What messages do we have for the Twin Flames at whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. Just like that. Thank you so much. All right, 20s. Trust, twins. It says, this situation is calling for you to have faith. So, it's really hard when we pray for something, because when we pray for a situation to heal, or we pray to, figure out what it is, our patterns that we keep repeating so that we can move beyond a situation and we can evolve and shift and upgrade. Hang on one second. Somebody is knocking at my door. Okay, sorry about that. That was FedEx. Okay, so here's the deal. Sometimes when we pray, it's very hard. Faith is an interesting thing, okay? It's very hard to just pray once and then to let it go and to trust not only was your prayer heard, but that understand that it's in divine timing and it's going to work like it's supposed to when it's supposed to, and that it's not always instantaneous. And that sometimes, just like dominoes, sometimes the thing you want is the 15th domino. So you have to knock over that first domino and they all have to fall 1 through 14 before 14 can hit 15 and that domino fall, okay? They have to fall into place for you to get to where you're going, okay? And so that's kind of what this is saying. It says this situation is calling for you to have faith. So it feels like y'all are about to have your faith tested even a little bit, okay? This person may make you question yourself, may question the path that you're on. When this, over here, Divine Masculine, when this person maybe shows back up, Divine Feminine, this thing that you're walking away from, this thing that's causing you not to be able to use your own voice, that, it's keeping you from expressing your deepest feelings. You need to have faith and trust that it is all working out in divine timing. As long as we understand that we cannot control the timing of the situation, and the only thing that you are actually ever able to control, there's only one thing in this whole planet, one thing you can control, and here it is. the vibration that you are offering to anyone or anything at any given situation, circumstance, or moment. Okay? However you are vibing out is up to you. Okay? So trust that sorry about that. So trust that if you are keeping your vibe up high, that if you are focusing on your alignment and your path, and you're keeping yourself at the love and above as much as you possibly can, that it's going to work out like it's meant to, even if it feels really messy in the middle of it. Okay, let's get one more card before we close out for the day. We are going to read from the Golden Girls Tarot. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the twin flames today? What messages do we have for the twin flames for this Thursday, December 31st, 2020? What messages do we have for the twin flames for whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need 3 cards, please, for our twin flames. What messages do we have for the twin flames? Yeah. What messages? Yep, that makes, oh my gosh, is this, wow, okay. We need one more card. Wow, yep, what did I tell you? It's going to be okay. All right, and then the bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, yep, 6 of Cups, 4 of Swords, absolutely injustice, absolutely. This makes so much sense, twins. So the way that we read this is the past, present, future. This card sits between the past and the present. This card sits between the present and the future. And then, as always, the cards at the bottom of the deck, they are the clarifiers. So let's talk about what's happening here. Sitting in the past, we have the 5 of Pentacles sitting right under, attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. What that's saying is that, okay, here, actually, this card is a perfect reflection of what the Divine Feminine's Oracle card, that she says right here very clearly. This indicates you find it hard to express your deepest feelings. You yearn to be loved and desired. So that's what's happening here. This is that yearning to be loved, to be desired, to be able to express, say what you need to say. This is about saying what you need to say. And it felt like, no, you were not being heard. It feels very much like neither one of you is being heard. Over here, Divine Feminine, I mean, you had, you know, the Devil and the 3 of Swords on either side of the Lovers. You were definitely not heard, being seen. Your desires were not being met. And Divine Masculine, it feels like you had an ex who, you know, just kind of, it feels like they lied to you a lot. Like they put on a great big performance. Like your whole relationship was just a big performance. None of it was real. And it made you feel very foolish that you even love this person, right? You know, you felt just like, what the hell is going on? And how can I even trust myself? This is being left on the outside. This is being left out in the cold, you know, and that's how you feel. This is what these relationships that we're discussing over here with Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, this is how these relationships made you feel. Just left out in the cold. Like you weren't being heard, you weren't being seen, your needs were not being addressed, and you... and it could be even that they were attempting to control the situation. Like I said, we got performance here and we have Devil here. So this person that we're talking about could have been attempting to control the situation. Alternatively, you could have been attempting to control the situation. And I don't mean that in a terrible way. It's just that maybe you were attempting to be seen, to be heard, to, you know, have a truthful relationship with somebody. Not a relationship that made you feel foolish. Not a relationship that made you feel, you know, hurt. I mean, like literally hurt, you know, angry, upset. What is that word? Toxic. That toxic. These 2 relationships feel very toxic. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. A lot of toxicity. Like you're walking and leaving behind this toxicity. You've healed. You're moving past that. Okay. But here's what you had to go through to get there. This 5 of Pentacles. And 5 of Pentacles has changed. So yeah, you went through all this pain. Moving forward into the 10 of Wands. This is the present. This is you ready to leave it all behind, to lay down that pain, to lay down that sorrow, that hurt, to walk away, to see your own strengths and to literally shine on your own light, on your own needs, and know what is healthy for you and refuse what isn't healthy for you, to put up boundaries. Okay, this is you putting up boundaries, because that's what this card is. This is the card of boundaries, Divine Masculine. So that's kind of what this is. This person may show back up, but you've done the inner work. You've got your boundaries firmly in place, right? That's what this is. You've done the work. You've watered your garden. You've gone Deep, 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 deep. So when that person shows up, don't worry. You got your boundaries in freaking place, okay? That's this. This is the pain. Here's the lessons you've learned from the pain. You're sitting in these lessons right now, and you're ready to lay them down. You're ready to end this cycle. This is the 10, the end of the cycle, the beginning of a new one, and that's exactly where you're headed. You're headed to a new cycle. Look at there. 3 of freaking cups. I love that for you. Sitting right under trust. Trust the cycle is coming to an end. Trust that this situation is calling for you to have faith, because look, the more faith you have, you are, stay focused on your path. Do not let this person bring you down to their level. Don't you dare allow them to. Stay on your damn path. This is what this 3 of cups is telling you. This is that friendship, community, happiness card, right? And that's where you're headed. You're headed to a much, much better place. A place where you're going to have something to raise your glass over and celebrate. This is a much, much better position. You're laying down your swords, and or you're laying down your burdens and going to a happier place. Look at the bottom of the deck. All right. Page of Swords, 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Justice. Let's start here. Page of Swords. Somebody has been, there's been a lot of just like, I don't want to say conversations, but just like this, you've been in your head. You've been dealing with the situation. You've been trying to decide where to go. And I feel like you even had, this person probably lied to you a lot, okay? You've maybe even got a little bit of a defensive posture. Because see how Dorothy's a little bit defensive. Page of Swords isn't normally a defensive card, but in this case, she does feel kind of defensive. So this person has really just been knocking you off your feet, getting up in your head, really kind of messing with you, right? And this is that immature energy. So when this shows up, that Page of Swords in this type of reading, this is a very immature mind games. Yeah, that's what I hear. This person was very immature, and they played a lot of mind games with you. Well, 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups. There. Yeah, you've healed. You've done a lot of healing. It's not just healing that you've done for yourself, but like everybody can see, like everybody can look at you and go, you're not that same person. Okay, for instance, Divine Feminine, if you're in this relationship, people are looking and going, you are a different person than you were when you first got in this relationship. You are stronger. It's time for you to go. People can look at you, Divine Masculine, and go, yeah, you may have felt foolish in the past, but you've done a lot of work, and you have done a lot of healing, and you are in a much stronger position. Look, because right here you've got 4 swords. You have shed that old skin. You lay down your swords. You don't even have to fight anymore because you've done all the work. You have healed yourself from the inside. You have really shown up. You've really looked at it from all perspectives. And look here, Justice. Yeah, so this is what they're saying right here. Look, this is sitting right under trust, right under 3 of Cups, Justice. Okay? This is, you are going to have your cake and eat it too. This is going to be you having a chance to have something to celebrate again. This is going to be the healing of yourself, of celebrating your victories for those boundaries that you put up, right? And that you were able to maintain and hold because you healed so much of yourself. You know, this person played mind games with you before. You know, they may have fucked around and you may have let them back in every single time. Every single time, they're like, well, if I did that, I can keep on doing it. Well, this time, no. You did the work. You've been healing yourself. You're not playing these games anymore. Oh, no. They may come knocking at the door, but you're not opening it. You're like, hey, what do you need? Just leave the package on the front door. You are getting healing, baby. You are getting healing. So trust the situation is going to work out exactly as it's supposed to. Have a little faith right now. And know that if you are doing the work, you are learning to trust yourself, trust your path, establish your own boundaries, know what you deserve. Know what you deserve, and that you are transforming yourself and that you are healing yourself. Okay? And this person, they may have played around in the past. That past is the past, and that is done, baby. Because this is you now. Look at you. Freaking balanced, healthy, ready to fight, make clear-cut boundaries. That's you. You need to say what you need to say. That is the message for you. All right. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Divine Twin Flames. I love you so much. Please be careful out there. If you choose to go out tonight, for goodness sakes, please wear a mask, socially distance, stay home if you're sick. Know how much I love you. I can't wait to see y'all come back tomorrow for our brand new year, where we're going to start off with the daily pick a card forecast. So y'all enjoy yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you next year. Bye, Twin Flames.